Welcome back
to the next part of Shadow in the Heart of Stormcleft. I'm
Shadow in the Heart of Stormcleft.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I'm not very musical, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
That was pretty good.
I'm here with,
Hey, it's me, Jed.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jeremy. You'll know.
I'm George.
and unfortunately Natalie is not able to make it, but George will be playing Bryn, at least in spirit.
Yes.
But before we get into tonight's game, as always, we have a few announcements. First off, thanks to Sirenscape and thanks to Beyond Skyrim for their wonderful sound effects and music. And thanks to Eldritch Foundry. With their help, you can get 10% or 15% off when you use our code in checkout, Roll Slayers.
Whoa.
Also, shout out to World Anvil. worldanvil.pxf.io/rollslayers.
That's right.
That's all the announcements.
After a while.
Really fast. Oh, wait, no. Follow us on all the socials. Join our Discord. It's chaos. Cool. Let's play the next episode of Stormcleft.
I'm so ready.
So, last we left off, our party of adventurers met and took a job from Maldor Stiffwind, looking for his friend Viscaris Nimbus within his own manor, where he had disappeared. Encountering a strange plant-like presence throughout the house, as well as what turned out to be the ghost of Viscaris himself, the party looked for clues as to how he might have died, finding a journal as well as a ledger, and a few more clues along the way. Encountering the part of the plant in the basement for the second time, speaking with it, it beckoned them to come. It would show them the giant. And it did indeed. It did not, but it enveloped them with its plant-like vine tentacles and pulled them down deeper below the basement. And that's where we left off. You find yourselves almost in like a small sewer, dripping with condensation, echoing slightly. Before you is a small bend, as well as two branching paths. One this way, I'm pointing on the map in front of them, for those of you at home, and one
I guess we don't need
this way.
We don't need a...
Oh yeah, you don't need to map out.
Oh.
Yeah. The luxury of having sweet tiles.
What is that? What is that? I'm getting kind of creeped out down here.
Yeah. You and me both, really.
Does it sound like something's moving?
Is there running water?
There is kind of this about half an inch to an inch of mucky, gross, greenish, brackish water, as well as all around you kind of vines moving and shifting just ever so slightly.
Is it still water or is there some sort of current?
There's a bit of a current. It looks like it flows in both directions of the branching sewer.
Virgil will reach his hand up into the vines and say, nice vines, nice vines.
They start to wrap around your hand and
I'll
pull you.
try to tear him away from it. Probably not the right way to go about it.
They retract.
He pulls his hand. Okay, that's enough. Quite enough.
I don't recall, did Virgil tell us about the conversation he had with the plant about it wanting to consume, everything?
Enter all of our minds.
Okay.
So yeah, at the end of it, we had all heard, "Come, I hunger."
Yeah. Usually don't put your hand near things that are hungry for you.
Well, I have a way with plants.
Right. These plants strike me as a bit... Fisher, do you have any sort of light or something? Your sensor burns something, I imagine.
Fisher will slowly turn back to face the rest of the group. The very dull orange glow barely lighting the underside of Fisher's face, sort of that you can still tell the skin is pale down here in the dark. And just Fisher's one good eye is making eye contact with the other party members.
No.
Fine.
Fisher's light does not shed bright.
What about you, Bryn? Would it be possible to use the firebolt cantrip and just kind of hold it in the hand?
Like a produce flame spell almost?
Essentially, or...
I could produce a flame.
I mean, it's basically going to be every 6 seconds you're popping off fire bolts.
Yeah,
so every 6 seconds you might have some visibility.
Yeah. Also, would maybe give sign that we're down here, which might not be the best thing.
Sure.
Is it pretty dim down here?
Yeah, it would be considered dark.
Does anyone here not have dark vision?
I don't have it.
Oof.
Or Genasi.
Yeah. So, Gendry will kind of reach over and signal to you, but then realizing that you can't see my hand waving in front of you, will actually put my hand on your shoulder.
But he had already produced flames.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I can see 10 feet in front of me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And you guys also have adventurers packs, so you probably have torches if you want to
I definitely have a
team up
torch.
your torches and get a little visibility going.
Up
to you guys
sure.
how much light you
Yeah.
want to produce.
I'll get a torch out.
Fisher is comfortable in the dark.
Well, good to know, Fisher. You mind leading the way then?
Not at all.
Which way you taking, Fisher?
Left.
This way?
Mhm.
So, you are moving down this way to the left. In a circular motion. There's a horseshoe turn around as you follow the path along, the water becoming more viscous and thick, the vines ever present, eventually coming to a small hallway entrance with a bit of pale green light
Quick question.
emanating from it.
That smell we were having, or we were getting upstairs, that was it is pronounced.
Yeah, you can all smell it now. The
Okay.
smell of rotting, decaying plant life.
A smelly smell that kind of smells smelly.
So you come to a hallway with what looks to be a room in front of you guys, with kind of this pale green light emanating. Do you press on, or you have anything you want to do beforehand?
Well,
All right, Fisher, you see that light out there?
We do.
Is there a doorknob?
There's no doorknob. It's just a empty kind of hallway that leads.
Or just a doorway?
Yeah, it leads into what looks to be a more open space. Your torchlight doesn't press into the space too much.
be careful of traps.
I will say, I think the group has become well aware that Fisher's not the most stealthy individual.
No.
Yeah, so would it be possible to kind of like push by him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys can kind of shuffle around your marching order if you like.
Let me take a quick gander overhead, see what's over there.
We will wait here to avenge you.
I appreciate it.
You trying to stealth in?
I sure am.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Do I have anything that could help me?
I can
Nope.
help you. And then he puts his hand on it. Maybe this will help, and he'll concentrate, give you guidance.
Beautiful. A D4. I roll stealth. I don't know if you consider that cocked or not.
I'll keep it if you want to keep it.
I would very much. That's a natural 20.
Oh, nice.
That's a 1 on the guidance, so thank you.
So, make your way deeper into the room. It's a small room, but lit by two kind of magic green glowing sconces. And make a perception check for me.
All right. Perception. Jeez. 17.
17. In the far corner, connected to a vine, is what looks like a corpse being held aloft, kind of hanging from a vine, as well as another one vined to the ceiling.
Oh. I'll kind of give it a beat and see if there's anything recognizable, first of all. If I can make out who these people are, or as well if they're in the same state as the people that we found in the greenhouse. Like
Sure.
if there's anything off, that's what I'm looking for,
Sure,
as well
sure.
as if I can recognize them.
So the first thing that catches your eye is that one of them is being held aloft by a vine presently, which was not the case with any of the ones in the rest of the house. It is being held up by a vine in its back almost,
Like a puppet.
like a puppet.
Yeah.
And it is that corpse is wearing the garb of a Stormcleft guard. The one on the ceiling looks to be wearing the garb of maybe a sellsword, maybe some sort of roguish individual.
Mhm.
You're not exactly sure what sort of combat role they might have fulfilled.
All right.
Can Fisher make a perception check or just kind of look around to ascertain just sort of like the scope of where they are, whether it looks like ruined or if it looks like more recently finished in the last century, or if it looks
Sure.
made for small humanoids or larger beings?
Would Fisher like to walk into the room?
At least to step into the doorway, maybe.
Okay.
Just because Fisher was waiting for Gendry.
Sure. Could I have a perception check at disadvantage
Absolutely.
as you are just peeking around the corner?
That is. Oh, it's a 10 on the die. Let me pull up. Oh my gosh. I don't have my character sheet open. For shame, for shame. Okay, perception. That is 12.
12. What you do gather is that while it's probably built for medium humanoid beings, it could fit maybe a large being if you were wanting to.
But certainly not
But
a giant.
it was a giant would be pushing it.
Okay,
You imagine it's possible, but it would be difficult.
not designed for them.
No.
Okay.
It does look to be quite old.
Quite old. Okay.
This looks like probably an abandoned sewer system of some sort.
Cool.
Bren would like to kind of, as they're traversing, see if they can pick up any kind of notes or markings to give more information on what purpose this was for, or if this has any information on like the plants. Kind of just an overall investigation check.
Sure. Give me either an investigation or a nature.
Rolling investigation.
Okay.
For a 22.
Okay. Bryn gets a few things. She obviously isn't, looking into the room, but she takes a look around these sewer the walls, and sees kind of like striations and scratchings in them, and almost on occasion it looks like ruddy brown stains, as well as like occasionally you'll be walking through the muck of the water, and there are kind of deeper gouges in the water's muck, almost as if something kind of scraped the interior of these sewers. In terms of the plant life, investigation-wise, she can tell that these plants are thriving in this kind of humid, wet environment.
Mm-hmm.
And this is definitely kind of their origin point, this sewer system.
Okay, so we're getting close to it. To whatever
yeah.
the origin. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Good. Bryn will kind of, whoever she's closest to will tap on the shoulder and kind of give that information.
Okay.
And about that time, Gendry will also come back and relay what he found.
Okay. So you guys all kind of meet back in this little chamber, this little sewer U-bend.
Right, so...
What did you find?
2 fellas, from what I can tell. One looks like the palace guard.
Alive?
No. Not from what I can tell. Even odder, though, you remember the poor souls we found over in the greenhouse, right?
Unfortunately.
Yes, one of them was cord.
Yeah, ruined, right? This one, however, has what I can only imagine some sort of like a symbiotic relationship with a vine. It's protruding to its back, but not in the same way that we found before.
So he was alive. Or what?
It was very distinctly not alive.
Very
Correct?
distinctly dead.
Yeah. Oh, no. All signs point to gone, right?
Oh, okay.
But that's the first time I've seen that. I don't know if you guys spotted anything like that.
So he was spiked on a vine?
Or being held aloft by the vine. And then even more so, there's one on top of the ceiling, like also hanging. Different dress, more of like a roguish sellsword mercenary type.
Okay. Any sign of imminent danger, or can we just go and take a peek ourselves?
I would give a word to the wise. Might be in for some trouble. These vines are not our friends. I understand. You're good friends with other
I am
plants.
very well aware that these are not going to be very nice to us.
So
Fisher looks down at his sensor and then looks back up at the party.
Perhaps the vines will hit us with the corpses.
I would wager so.
What should we do?
Bryn also shared that there's something that's scraped, right?
Yeah, something has scraped through the length of this sewer.
Right.
Does it look like the vines scraped through it, Bryn?
Yeah. Could you tell like the size?
This doesn't look to be something scraped by vines.
Vines.
But
Or
there are small chunks out of, like horizontal chunks out of the sewer from time to time, as well as what look to be like kind of large brown stains every now and then.
could the size of whatever made these marks be determined as well?
Make a general intelligence check for me.
19.
I mean, if they're all cohesive and uniform in their kind of striation, you would imagine it'd have to be something large.
It wasn't vine. Something big made these.
Okay. Well, you've seen what's in there. Shall we proceed?
I think if we're all ready, yeah.
Fisher will begin to kind of rock the sensor back and forth and slowly step into the room.
As we're getting ready, Gendry will manifest his packed weapon.
Okay, what's our marching order here? We have Fisher up front with his Echo. Then who's behind? There's two spots behind.
I'll probably Do you want to take the 6 or me?
I will probably just get behind Fisher because he seems to know where he's going. I'll be in the middle.
Okay.
I'd rather be in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that's an assumption.
What?
Fisher's going. May not know where Fisher's going.
Fisher knows what he's doing. Nope. All right. So, as you guys proceed in, the noise draws the sudden attention of the corpse hanging from the plant in the corner as you see its head snap around, and then the rest of its body follows, turning in place, the plant staying in its back, and it stares at you, lifeless, half its jaw missing, and then just draws a sword and looks like it's about to come in for some attacks against you. If you want to roll initiative.
Yes.
Help if we roll on D&D Beyond.
Nope. Because not everyone's in D&D Beyond.
In the
right now,
campaign. Yeah. Ooh, not bad.
so let me roll some initiative for them as well. Because they have to have it. Ooh, they did not roll great.
I will say the packed weapon I manifested is a longbow.
Okay. So, 25 to 20.
See, Bren got a 23,
Amazing.
and I got a soft 20.
Gendry got a soft 20. Alright,
I got a 19.
nice. Rolling hot on the initiative tonight. What'd you get, Jed?
We have an 8.
Alright, Fisher's at an 8. Amazingly, he still goes before one of them. Because I rolled a nat 1 on one of them.
You'd love to see it.
Faster than a corpse.
Cool. Top of the round, we got Bren.
All right, Bren is going to. Let's see the map.
Bren's right here. This white is here, and then there's another white hanging from the ceiling about here.
Right, allies are difficult terrain, correct?
Yes, you have is half movement to move through them.
Or brain troubles. Do you have brain? No, just a read. Okay. But cantrips.
All right, so Bren knows that these things are not fans of fire, so she is going to let off a fire bolt.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Spellcasting is +8. Ooh, 16.
16 will hit.
Yes.
Roll damage.
That is a D10, correct? I don't have the spell in front of me.
I think at this level, yes. I'll double check real quick.
Should be 2d10.
2D10?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure what
Double
die
checking.
it was. That's 8. 2 8s. Not adding modifier, correct?
No.
Okay. 2d8 will be a 16.
Yep. 16 points of fire damage adding.
Nice.
As it blasts into him, and he kind of just has his shoulder knocked back and pulls his sword back up in front of him and starts to walk forward.
Not having any additional effects or anything, correct?
No.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like he's vulnerable to fire damage.
Fantastic. Good to know. All right.
Is that Bren's turn?
Yeah, Brent's going to kind of stay put. Not really jumping right at the moment, just to see how things start. I think she'll start blade singing
Okay.
just so we can get a +2 AC in case anything happens.
Enters her blade singing trance. Gendry.
Oh, hey, it's me. I'm going to take a longbow shot at the one towards the ceiling.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
That's a D8. That's going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points.
Yes.
Alrighty.
Let's see. Do I want to do anything else? No. I will also stay put.
Okay.
And just kind of, well, from where I'm angled, how clear of a shot are any of them getting? Like quarter cover, half cover?
No.
All right, then I'll just stay put.
All right, Virgil.
All right, here we go. So Virgil, let me take a quick look at the map. This is the legal guy.
Yeah, he's just on the ceiling.
This is the legal guy.
Uh huh. Sorry, he needs to be facing because he's bad.
Okay, he's gonna throw it. He says, okay, protect us, old staff of the python, and then throws the staff down, and the staff begins growing in size and coiling, because if it doesn't coil, it might take up a significant amount of space. And so you see a giant constrictor snake start to form in front of us.
What's the size on that?
Huge.
Oh, that's not gonna fit.
It's not gonna fit?
Huge size. That's
3x3, right?
yeah. That's a big puppy.
That's the room.
No, it is a snake.
Yeah.
Could it elongate itself?
Are you trying to make it like stretch through the length of the tunnel like the basilisk in Harry Potter or something?
Does it not work? If it doesn't
Well,
work,
it's not gonna fit. It would. It's like when you asked would a giant fit down here? It will, but not. It's
comfortably.
It's not gonna be a quite a great fit.
May squeeze us against
It's
the wall.
huge.
Yeah, it's either either it
Oh,
fits
What is this?
or we fit.
huge and giant. Okay.
Huge and giant are interchangeable.
So
There's
much
only
for-
one size bigger. That's gargantuan.
So much for that. Choice.
Medium, large, huge, gargantuan, right?
I mean, colossal if you want to have
Colossal.
fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
I believe.
I
Giant-
don't-
Whoa! We're not.
Colossal.
We're nowhere near that level.
No.
Okay. Well,
What staff do you? It's the staff of the python or the adder?
Python.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he just will take produce flame that he already has out, and he
Okay.
will use his action to projectile that at whichever one has already been hit.
Both have.
One's been shot with an arrow, one's been shot with a firebolt.
Yes. Take your pick.
This
which
one's
one
been
looks
shot by
more
fire.
hurt?
This one's been shot with an arrow. Which one
On the
looks
ground.
more hurt?
On the ground.
On the ground.
The
yeah.
ground. It took 16 as opposed
Okay,
to
great.
8.
We'll just keep going with that
All
to
right.
see if we can
Roll to hit.
minimize attacks in the future. Okay. So, all right, here goes. And then, you kidding me? It's 10.
10. 10 will miss it. Seeing the second bit of fire kind of lurches out of the way and inhumanly, and then sinks back into that same sword in hand position.
As it's moving around, does it feel like its center of gravity is unnatural? Like its point of pivoting is not where it would normally.
It looks like this weird, it looks almost like there's a bit of necromancy where this thing is undead and it's, not sentient, but it has kind of a mind of its own and is moving, but it also seems assisted and almost held up in a way by this vine. You're not sure if the vine, you're not sure if you cut the vine, you kill it,
Right.
or if it is just part of its nature now.
I got you. All right.
And then Virgil, after that, would kind of maybe try and take half cover around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to take some movement penalties, but you can get back here. Easy enough. Cool. So now its turn. It is going to kind of half lurch, half limp its way forward into engaged range with Fisher, as well as Gendry, and it's going to make its first attack against Fisher. Does a 23 hit.
It does.
Rolled a 19 on the die. Okay, and then you're going to take. Well, it's going to make a second slash at you, Fisher, which will be a 21.
Both hit.
Okay, so you are going to take a total of 14 points of slashing damage
Love it.
as it cuts into you twice, inhuman eyes staring back at you. Its arms kind of hanging limply, its sword almost like falling out of its grasp as it just stares at you, half its jaw agape. It's going to end its turn. It is now your turn, Fisher.
The slashing attacks partially cutting open the cloak at Fisher's chest. Now you can see more of this heavy plate armor and the two interior hanging sensors. Smoke just begins to billow out of those cuts in the cloak as Fisher just kind of grimaces a little bit and does a little overhanded twirl and brings the sensor around to try attacking this humanoid in the side of the head.
Roll to
Cue
hit.
the metal music. Let's go.
The first one is a 19 to hit.
That will hit.
The second one is a 17 to hit.
That will also hit. Roll damage.
Excellent. First one is 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and these are magical if that matters.
Okay. That does matter.
And the second one is 11 points of damage.
So a total of, let's see.
I believe that's 21. So 21 points of bludgeoning.
That is correct. So you crack, two like massive swings of your sensor across its face and knock the rest of the jaw clean off and make a severe dent in the side of its head. It's slumping now. Looks like it's barely clinging onto life.
Little sparks and
Unlike-
excess smoke
Mhm.
cascade from the sensor as it collides with the creature.
Is that going to end your turn?
Yes. Yeah, the smoke will just kind of envelop it and he'll kind of move the echo to the far side.
Okay. Down here.
Yeah, just opposite side of the creature.
This guy, second creature, is going to, you see a vine kind of bring a longbow to its outstretched hand and almost puppeteering, kind of moves its arm and it draws and knocks two arrows to a longbow. And is going to take two shots at Gendry. Does a 18 hit, Gendry?
An 18 does hit. Yes.
Okay, and I assume a 6 is not going to hit.
A 6 does not hit.
Okay, so you'll take one longbow shot damage, which is 5 points of damage to you.
All right. Unfortunate as
Oh,
it
you're
is not a
armored
melee.
to-
It's not a melee attack.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, I'm sorry.
you should be. How dare you?
I forgot you even had that up. Cool. That's going to end its turn. Top of the round, we got Bryn.
Okay. Brent is going to move up to the one on the ground.
She doesn't really have the room unless she wants to. Well, there's no really way to really even push anyone out of the way.
Could she parkour her way?
Sure, I'll allow that.
Awesome.
Make a general acrobatics check for me.
All right.
With
We have
advantage.
advantage. Yes.
With your blade song.
Haha! That is going to be acrobatics. Ooh, a 23.
Not enough. Just kidding. Easy enough. Bryn kind of takes a running leap at this diagonal wall and kind of wall runs along over Fisher's head and lands behind the creature engaged with Fisher, flanking.
Beautiful. Let's see. So we are flanking. Do you do advantage on flank?
I sure do.
Fantastic. Let's go for let's just go 2 melee attacks with the rapier.
Okay.
First one is it's advantage. It's gonna be a 24.
Yep. Roll damage for me real quick.
Yeah. So D8. 8 points piercing damage.
So Bryn runs over the top of Fisher, and Fisher, you've kind of bonked it twice in the head, and all of a sudden, out of the jawless expanse of its throat, you see a blade, very slender, very narrow, a rapier, just pop in, pull out, and it falls in a heap, dead, in front of you, with Bryn standing behind you, rapier in hand.
All right. Well,
Amazing.
the other melee attack.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. So we will stand at the ready. Just kind of make kind of stand profile
Has
to.
she used a bonus action yet?
No bonus action.
I think during Blade Song, can't she sling a cantrip with a?
Oh, the
okay.
attack. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
should be able to.
We'll do firebolt as part of the cantrip on the attack.
Roll to hit.
No longer at advantage. I think that's all right, though. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Roll damage.
2d8. 2d10. 2d8. Ooh. It's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage to it.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah. So that'll be her go.
Okay, Gendry.
All right. For me, we're just gonna hit it with the good old Eldritch Blast.
I'd love to see it.
Maybe not so. 18.
18 will hit.
Ah, fantastic.
These guys have an AC of 14. I'll just let you know.
Cool. That's gonna be 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage to
At level 9, I believe. How many do I get at this point? Is it just the one bolt? No, it's 2 beams.
You have 2 bolts.
Yeah.
Without-
Second attack or second bolt is going to be even higher.
Okay.
It's going to be 26.
Miss.
Oh,
He's got mega shield.
it might as well have. That's 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage to him.
I need to be rolling big numbers. I can't. All right.
Okay.
And then I will kind of want to be in the fray of it, but it's a ranged attacker. Could I have 30 feet of movement.
For reference, it is hanging above the ceiling, like right here.
Okay. I want to get to the other threshold if I can.
Sure, like over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have plenty of movement.
Sweet. Just so where I can be kind of at an angle from it.
Okay.
Not necessarily give me cover, but if I need to duck behind a corner, I can. While I'm there, what do I see on the other side?
Sure. Make a perception check for me.
Absolutely.
Disadvantage since you're taking a glance in the heat of battle.
Sounds good. There we go. Ooh, would have been a natural 20. Ugh,
Oh,
disgusting. It's only a 13.
you're rolling pretty hot tonight, George. I'm just gonna
Well, that was a 4.
move this here. You see what looks to be a small hallway with a stone ramp.
Stone ramp. Right.
Going up.
Going up.
Not that I can see it.
Now, I know this might be a lot, so if I can't glean this at the moment, could I orientate myself depending on where we were dragged to, where that might lead?
Sure. It is leading south
South. Okay.
because the front of the building was headed east. So east. So north, south.
Right. And this, remind me, this manor was on the cliffside?
It is built into a mountain.
Okay.
So there's a big crevasse between two parts of a mountain,
Mhm.
and the city is built on either side of said crevasse.
Okay.
And the manor's built almost
Into that.
Petra style into the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'll pass.
Okay. Virgil.
All right, well, so much for my snakes and my fire. And everything seems to be failing me right now, but you, my precious little friends, will never fail me. And he cast conjure animals.
Conjure animals.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
But quick question: are bugs animals? Can they be considered animals?
Not.
Spider.
Not.
Not in terms of it'd be. So it's beasts. That's the category. So examples
not
of
a-
beasts is not not going to be animals. It's going to be like bears, wolves, etc.
Fine.
Badgers.
Fine. Okay, so then.
I have a fair amount of them. What challenge rating are you wanting to bring in, and how many?
I'm going to bring in. I'm just going to bring in one thing. Hold on.
Okay. What's the max challenge? I can read you a
Hold on one
list.
second. No, I have a list.
Cool.
I'm looking through it. Okay. So it's between two different ones.
Be cognizant of the size.
Yes. What sizes are you restricting me to?
A large being could fit uncomfortably in this room, but would have trouble navigating the rest of the sewer. But you could do a large in this room. You might have a hard time fitting it around.
Allies. Right.
Gotta love the cramped sewer spaces. Forces you to bunch up.
Well, it doesn't
You
help
got
that
the
all the
logo.
beasts are giant.
So you gotta love it.
Oh, I love it. I built it.
So then
Some giant beasts are actually medium because their normal size is small.
It's true. Giant toad.
Giant rats.
Yeah.
alright, here we go. Sorry.
You have a giant toad.
Yeah.
Of course. Or if I ever need to make my ninja that summons, make sure to make use of that.
Okay. This is gonna be rather annoying. However, he summons. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Tiny beasts. Perfect. Yeah. So he's gonna summon 8 swarms of bats.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Because what can fly and fit in this small space?
I'm gonna use kobolds for these.
Perfect.
Bees. Literal bees.
Not the bats! Oh, not the bats!
Okay. I'm just placing them just all over the place. Just this is a true a Morbin time moment.
So do I just need to roll initiative for all of them? Or
Yeah.
How do we
Well,
do that?
roll all on the same initiative. No, I think I didn't even watch Morbius, but I saw a summation of the finale. Don't they fight in the sewer with the swarm of bats too?
You're thinking I watched it?
I didn't watch it. I just read the synopsis.
Which
I mean, of course I
Culture
watched it.
gentleman.
A movie that's bad isn't going to be shown in the theaters twice.
That's where you're wrong.
Surely.
Hashtag part 3 maybe.
So initiative is it's roll plus dex, right?
Uh huh.
So their initiative is 14.
14.
Not
Okay.
bad.
I'm just gonna put in all caps on my initiative counter. Bats.
Yes, many of them.
Virgil's voice has changed. It's just like, where is she?
All right. the white goes. I was born in the day.
Almost quite literally.
It's the bat's turn.
Perfect.
What would 8 swarms of bats like to do?
They all will do the same thing.
Traumatize a young child.
They will fly up
And
to.
attack.
They're gonna fly, my beauties, fly, and they're gonna attack and the one on the top,
Uh huh.
and they are going to all just bite.
Roll to hit 8 times.
Oh my gosh. Do you need dice?
I've got a few. So
Remember, AC is 14.
one crit. So and it's +4. So I have one's a crit, one's a 15, one's a 13,
Okay.
one's 12,
Okay.
11,
Okay.
12.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry, I
okay.
didn't look at it. I didn't look at it. Then it's 16
Okay.
and 20.
So 4 of them hit, and 1 of them is a crit. So roll damage.
5 bites.
Damage plus an extra. Yeah, basically
Okay.
five bites.
5 bites, which
5 bites plus 4 mods. If they have a damage mod.
they
Yep,
don't.
4 damage mods. They don't have a damage mod.
They don't have any damage
They're
mods.
bats.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Roll for rabies 8 times.
So this is 2 times 5, 10 of these. So we got 4, 2, 1. So that's 7.
I love how the D&D is just,
7
you got rabies. You have disadvantage on all attack rolls.
plus 7 plus 5 is 12.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, this is hard to pick up.
I don't know if they're designed to be picked up that many at a time.
They're designed to be stepped on.
Yeah.
Yeah, caltrips. 12 plus 7 is 19.
Nice.
Plus, I could pick it up. One more. 21 total.
21 total points of
Oh
damage
my
as these
gosh.
bats swarm circling around this longbow holding corpse, and there's just covering it. And then all of a sudden, all of them flow away and disperse. Nothing remaining besides a few tendrils of plant holding on to pallid flesh. That will end this combat.
Does that mean you become a symbol for justice now?
Yes, I know. Listen, I meant it for the paycheck.
Right. Well,
It's nice also to help out a friend.
you definitely helped out. All right, there's a ramp over here, guys.
There's a what?
A ramp. It heads upwards. Do
Shall
you
we?
want? Well, there's another. There was a different pathway back where we started, right?
But just give me a moment. I always like to check my surroundings and make sure we don't leave any stones unturned. And he'll investigate the entire chamber that we were just in.
Sure, make an investigation check for me.
Bren will also investigate, kind of picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, unfortunately, I only got an 8. 9.
22 for Brent.
Okay. Bryn takes a look around, and it looks like the drag marks are persistent within this room, as well as looks like they start to lead into the ramp room, but unsure of still what might have caused this. In this room specifically, it looks like it maybe was designed as kind of a channel splitter. So there are a few pieces of machinery that allow for parts of the water to be dredged off or go to other little outlets, little manholes that go down or deeper in.
Bryn just kind of shares the information with the group, but looks like we're heading wherever this thing that made these marks is at or was.
Excellent.
Do we want to backtrack and see where the other path leads, or do we want to go into the ramp?
Sure, we can go to the ramp. What do you want to do?
Ahead.
I'm with you. We just keep marching on. Here we come. Do-do-do.
I'm going to take the ramp up.
My little friends will just be keeping a watch on us behind.
You maintaining concentration on that?
Yes.
Okay. With y'all's investigation checks, you probably used up about 15 minutes of that, so just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So investigation is going to take longer than perception, which is quick glance. Investigation is sitting down, breaking things down. So just keep track of that in your head. But you guys head up the ramp. Who's in the lead?
Fisher.
I didn't know it was
Okay.
a competition.
Fisher, as you continue
What?
up.
He said who's in the lead? I always think of who's winning.
You come to a small, what looks to be like room with more machinery, pipes that run up and down it, but it's a length of hallway as well as another ramp leading down, but it seems like there's just some complex machinery in this hallway. If you want to make a perception check, you may.
Are there
I
levers?
will.
Are there levers?
I can also
Sure.
perceive. I'll also.
Sure.
Yeah, sure there are. Plenty of them.
Tyler, I think you jinxed me and rolled low. So
Oh, yeah?
15.
I
15?
rolled a 26.
26.
Correction, 16.
You said perception?
Uh-huh.
17.
Cool. There are a lot of levers. It looks like kind of near the end of the hallway, strapped to the ceiling is another corpse of a mercenary.
Uh-oh. I'm just going to be precautious, and you'll direct his bats to go up there and chew on whatever that
Okay,
mercenary
roll
is.
initiative.
Okay.
Could we potentially sneak up on it and get a...
You'll get a surprise round probably for
All right.
this.
Rolling initiative.
Nice.
Ooh. Well, Ren rolled really great. I didn't.
Ooh. 25 to 20.
Bren got a 24.
Amazing.
That it for everyone? 25, 20? 20 to 15.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Okay. 15 to 10.
My bat's got a 13.
10 to 5.
13.
A
for the
5.
bats.
Okay, 13 for the bat.
Also got a 5.
Hey.
Who's got the higher dex?
Plus 3.
Plus 2.
Okay. Gendry and Fisher bringing up the rear. Okay, so get y'all surprise round in.
All right. I'm going to...
Obliterate this thing.
Exodia.
All right, so you know how it goes.
All right, roll 8 hits for the bats.
Jeez,
Okay.
man.
16, 7, 12.
Okay.
Okay. Would a 17 hit?
12, nat 1.
Okay.
And 10.
Okay.
2 more.
10 and 9.
1 hits. You didn't roll anything above a 14, but one.
So true.
Ideal.
They hit for, 4.
4 damage.
4 damage on that surprise round.
Okay.
Hit for 16 with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
And when they're not attacking, they're just sort of all over.
Really is that scene from Batman.
And then Virgil, Fisher, and Bryn, do you guys have surprise round attacks?
What would be the result of if this creature hasn't started moving yet? How would it respond to having to do a dex save?
It still would have to it'd still have to move out of the way of whatever you're doing.
Does surprise give you disadvantage on dex saves? Or am I remembering that wrong?
I don't
believe
believe so.
Alright, well then just Sacred Flame. So it's a dex save.
Okay.
Firebolt from Bryn.
Okay. Roll to hit. Natural 20 on the dex save.
17 on the attack.
Okay, that will hit.
4.
So no damage?
No damage.
Okay, I was trying to remember if that was the flame strike or whatever.
8 points of fire damage.
8 points of fire damage to it. It's looking real hurt. Virgil, do you have a surprise round for me?
He would just, because he's concentrating.
Mm-hmm. Cantrip?
He's concentrating. Oh, yeah, you can do that one. You can do a cantrip?
Yeah. You
As
can do
long as
any
it's not
spell.
another concentration spell, you can cast it while concentration.
Yeah.
Oh. Very cool. So, produce flame is not a concentration.
Sure, do you want to hurl it at it?
Yeah, so you can attack with the flame. Yeah. Is it within 30 feet of me?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then we'll do that.
Okay, roll to hit.
We got a 10 and a 24.
24 will hit.
Okay, and then we'll do. 8 damage.
Okay, it's looking very rough. Top of the round, we have Bryn.
Bren's gonna shoot it again.
Roll to hit, Bryn.
Yeah. Ooh, almost. That's gonna be like 27.
Hit.
For 10 points of fire damage.
10 points of fire damage is just enough.
Yes.
It starts to burn away.
Bren
We
wins
did
the
it.
game.
Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Virgil's doing a little dance. He's got his fingers going up and down, and
He pulls out a
he's
large
like,
sword for
"We
some
did
reason,
it, baby."
twirls it a bit, puts it on his back.
The bats all start to hang from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Does this machinery look connected to anything outside of this room?
Yeah. For sure. Pipes going in and out. Levers everywhere.
Virgil will just wander over and pull the lever.
Okay.
Brent is going to try to discern if the workings of this machinery are either contemporary or if they're indicative of something much older.
Sure. Make a history check. As
He's doing the thing where he's just kind of looking at it and then kind of getting underneath the handle, and he's got his hand on the handle and just slowly moves it down.
sure, there's this creaking as these rusty pieces of metal start to move, and it locks into place at the downward pull, and you hear rumbling, as well as kind of a rushing of water somewhere off in the distance, echoing off the walls. You're not sure where.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should undo this, and he pulls it back up.
Make a athletics check for me.
Oh dear. 1.
It's not budging back up.
A little help here, guys.
What are you doing?
I was just looking at this beautiful contraption, and I might have gotten a little too curious. Maybe we could. It sounds like some water might be rushing toward us. We might want to push this back up.
I listen out. Does it sound like water's coming this way?
Impossible to tell with it bouncing off the sewer walls. You have no idea the point of origin or where it might go.
I will say, Bren got a 16 on history.
History check. This looks to be fairly old. You wouldn't say ancient, but maybe this looks to be older infrastructure of the city.
Okay.
At one point, this might have been a functioning sewer.
Right. Okay.
A little help.
Perhaps we wait and see what the effect has been.
Well, whatever it is different from where it is now. So, Gendry goes and helps him undo the lever pull.
Make an athletics check. And roll a d4 for me as well.
I don't like that. Okay. Wait. Athletics is going to be 11 and
Okay.
3
Succeed
on
the
the
athletics. What's the d4?
3.
So you put all your weight, and it's starting to give.
It's really,
starting to go back
really
up,
stuck in there.
starting to go back up, and snaps in half.
Oh. Well, Scott.
Let us proceed and see if
This
it
thing
is
was old anyways.
an issue or not.
It was bound to happen. And I just dropped the broken face.
Well, hope it doesn't do any damage that we can't undo.
Part of me wants to kind of move quickly.
I agree. Let's go.
But the part of me that we don't know what else is down here. Something made those marks. Bren was talking about how a creature maybe made these
That's
marks.
exactly right. That's why they hired us.
No,
That's
they
why
hired
we're
us to
here.
find Viscus.
Oh, well, I just assumed we were in for a fight.
Surely we found some fight.
Yes.
Let us proceed.
All
We're
right.
with Fisher.
All right.
So you're going down the ramp.
Bren just kind of shrugs and motions to move along as well. And Gendry's going to stay on the 6, still with the kind of gossamer, semi-translucent longbow that he has.
Is there only one way out of this room?
Yes,
Cool.
and that is back down.
Sweet.
I assume you're in the lead, Fisher.
If no one pushes past faster, then yeah, Fisher would just begin to wander.
Okay, Fisher, you come to a small hallway with a branching sewer on your left and right, and another adjoining hallway that kind of curves around back the way you came in front of you.
Well, there we go. We explored both sides. That's quite convenient.
Huh. What's the point of all this then? If it just hurries back to where you started.
Well, there's still other branching pathways. We can take the others. Shall we retrace our steps to the original combat room? I
thought the consensus was we press on.
Well, sure. Just, leave no stone unturned.
You guys move on ahead, and
Yeah.
as we're about to go,
Yeah, and I'll just take a peek around here real quick. And
This
Virgil
way?
and his bats will go back around toward where we fought those other 2 guys.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of like looking, not like, just looking back toward taking that right.
Like thinking, does this connect?
Like, does this connect? Yeah, that's
It does indeed connect.
Okay.
So this is a sewer system that actually dead ends here, as well as here as you kind of go back, and then there's a pathway over to this area if you want to take that. But
I did find another pathway.
I think we're on this one. So
Okay, then I'll come back.
okay,
Yo, down and left.
down and left.
Let's go.
Okey-dokey. I'll just remove that. It doesn't matter. Cool.
I can't see it from here anyway.
So as you guys enter,
We all tumble down the ramp.
make a perception check for me.
Gosh, these bad guys. 11.
Ooh.
8.
21 for me, and it's gonna be 22 for Bryn.
Passive
21,
perception.
22. Those of you,
Fisher's gonna spill the smoke kind of a little bit in front of him.
you enter into what looks to be, on your right and left is an adjoining sewer system that continues, but there's a break in the line where some rocks have tumbled in, and it opens into a small cavern in front of you, Fisher, as Brennan, Gendry spot. But it looks like you have 3 directions to go. Bryn and Gendry, you spot near the back wall a mass of vines, it seems.
In a very
mass of vines.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
in hushed tones, Gendry and Bren kind of confirm what they both see, and go to tap both Virgil and Fisher on the shoulder to get their attention, but motion to, like lips on the fingers, press.
Proceed cautiously and gesture to the massive ones.
Oh. There was, there was a room back there that we missed. Should we go back and check it before pressing into this sprawling cavern? And do we see any notice of like what happened with the lever? Like, does the rushing water become more evident?
At this point, not really, but if you press on, you will eventually notice that a lot of the chamber has indeed flooded.
This massive vines, is it like sort of knotted and latticed in and of itself?
It's hard to tell from this distance with the darkness. Even with dark vision, this is at kind of the edge of your range of vision, especially since you have a very narrow field of view.
Okay.
Listen, I don't like things creeping up behind me. I'm just going to go peek in that door right over there. He's going to go back a little bit and peek in that room just to see what he can see.
Make a perception check for me.
Fisher would like to make an insight check or an intelligence check. You tell me.
What are you trying to discern?
Could the body of a giant fit in that mass of vines?
Make a nature check.
It's a natural 20.
Natural 20?
Or no, it's a critical hit 20.
Yeah. You hit the perception right on the head.
I did the perception. I perceived.
It is empty.
Oh,
That's
So you're sure that it's empty?
but yes, the peace of mind that gives me is just
of a doubt.
you can't. It's priceless.
I just
tell
imagine
you.
Virgil like pushing past. Pardon me, excuse me, coming
yeah.
back. Oh, it's nothing.
No, it was nothing. I just wanted to make sure that nothing was going to, creep up our on our behinds, and well, there's nothing in there, so it's fine.
Fisher, what'd you get?
14 on nature.
14 on nature. Possibly.
Love it.
I can see your wheels cranking there, Fisher. What you thinking?
What do you mean, wheels?
Well, it's
You
figured.
seem lost in
It's-
thought, like you're trying to calculate.
We wonder if the corpse of Iscaris is in that heap of plant matter.
So, yeah, I was thinking sort of the same thing.
Because We do not get paid if we do not prove a body exists.
Well, we could go and poke it. The other question is does his giant snake, does it get an opportunity here to unfurl his huge snake?
That's 3 by 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1,
so
2,
big.
3. So it'd be all of this, but it would fit. It would just be kind of cramped.
Maybe have it at the ready.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what he's thinking a little bit.
Okay.
How do we want to proceed?
Gendry, can you see in this dark place?
If we can, and if we get some torchlight or something, it's see better.
Well, maybe we don't draw attention from too far away, but should we go poke that big heap of plants?
We can easily do that.
Fisher, would you?
Do we want to kind of survey the area where we certainly can see what we could potentially need? Just see, point out our vantage points, perhaps we can find some high ground.
A good idea.
The smoke will kind of wander up onto that. Is that a stone bridge or just some stalactites?
These are just stalactites hanging down.
Okay, how low is the ceiling?
It's about 30 feet tall.
Okay, but
It's
there
a pretty,
aren't.
pretty sizable
But
cavern.
there aren't any platforms in here.
There are not.
Oh, okay.
It looks like just kind of a watery cavern. It does look like the sewer actually does continue on through this outlet over here. I just didn't have enough sewer tiles.
Could Gentry kind of mosey on forward a bit to get to where that looks like some sort of pool
Where?
directly in front of Fisher?
Here? He
Yeah,
wants to go through the crumbled wall of the sewer?
kind of. What he wants to do is just kind of get an idea of the depth of it.
Sure. As you kind of pass by, you see that this crumbled bit of rock that has fallen into the sewer, this hole, is actually caused by large, like, torso-thick vines that have grown from the water up into and then deeper into the sewer system. Make a nature check for me for the water depth, real quick.
23.
Probably pretty deep.
Because the vines are coming
Out of the water, but as you kind of venture further in, you see that all the vines are originating from this pulsing mass back here, spreading throughout the cavern and then into the sewer. And as you kind of take a look down into the water, you hear in your head, "You've arrived.
Do we all hear this or just get
Hunger." You all hear. Come, I will show you. You see some of the vines start to kind of squelch and move, almost like muscles and tendons flexing.
I think we need to play this one wisely. If we don't, there are far more tentacles and vines than there are of us.
Let Fisher go first.
Come.
We will find if this is further travel or if this is pain.
How much time has it been since we started
It's been from when?
our initial descent? We gave ourselves some minutes.
Oh, initial descent.
Yeah.
Maybe 40 minutes.
Let's.
Fine.
These are not to scale. They're longer than they,
Okay.
look.
Pretty short on time.
Do we need to act fast?
The smoke kind of curls and crawls across the surface of the water towards the mass, and then Fisher is standing next to the mass of vines.
Okay.
Gendry's just gonna start to slowly position his arrow on his bow for a quick shot if he needs to take it.
As the echo apparates in front, the mist you see a few.
A Fisher's standing there, so the echo would be where he was on the near side of
You
water.
switched places.
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's trying to figure out if this is another nexus that will like
Take us to another
swallow us and
level.
move us somewhere else, or if
Sure.
this is the heart that he's been looking for.
A few of the vines start to unfurl and reach out towards Fisher, circling him slowly, carefully.
Consume. We hunger.
And it's going to make some attack rolls against you as it starts to try and squeeze you.
If the vines were coming in like I would only ask to see if Fisher could get a saving grace if Fisher could tell that this was different than the last Nexus.
Yes.
Because the last one looked kind of like to caress us and to pull us in. This looks like it's just going to squeeze the life out of him.
It does look like it's going to caress and pull him in, but more. It looks the same, but its intent is more deadly, if that makes sense.
Would you require a roll for Fisher to tell that and attempt escaping before getting hit?
Make an insight check. Also, I will note that this does look different from the Nexus point.
Cool.
It is kind of this blooming flower that has, different petals and buds and whatnot, as well as what looks to be like moldering corpses and skulls within its depths.
Then could that be a nature check to see if this is a passageway versus a destination?
Make an Arcana check for me,
Okay. Different roll?
as this is a being and not a actual plant.
Yo, I am flubbing these rolls.
All right, that is an 8.
All right, it's going to make some attacks against you then.
Yep. I can't bargain any farther.
It's okay. It happens. Let's see. It's going to make 3 attacks against you.
Oof. Oh, this is not going to be pretty.
Well, good thing I rolled bad on a few of them. So one's a 23,
That hits.
one's a 15,
Misses.
and the other will miss as well. But it starts to wrap around you and squeeze tighter and
As
tighter.
it's doing so, Fisher turns his head. It is pain!
Alright.
You're going to take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Or actually, sorry, I didn't add the modifier. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 14 points of poison damage.
Lovely.
It starts to crush you. And it says in your head as you're saying, it's pain.
Not pain. Change.
Roll initiative for me. Actually, no. That's where we're going to cut tonight. And we'll pick it up next episode on the Roll Slayers podcast.
Woo! Yeah, soup screams.
We can take a little break.